In this episode of Real Stories.
That jerk Eric, he fooled around with me.
That jerk Eric, he fooled around. He touched my special place. And then he gave me a fake number. What a terrible man. I only knew for like 5 minutes. He touched my special place.
He's a high school teacher and his name is John. I got really mad and wanted to punch that.
Why would you want to punch a dolphin? What's wrong with you?
I was brought into this world with 3 moms, or 2?
Soul sister, did not mean to get you pregnant.
I had no idea he was my teacher.
Until he gave me a D for the private study class. Oh, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for more
My Story Animated.
real stories. And I believe every single one. However, there's something I don't believe.
The fact that my comment section isn't content with me dressing up like Shrek.
It now wants me to dress up as Princess
Fiona.
Why? If this video gets 3,000 beautiful likes in the first hour of the video going live, I will dress up as
Princess Fiona.
Hell, get the video to 10,000 likes in total, and I'll even put green makeup on. Fair, right?
Not gonna lie, I would look good like this.
Please leave a like on this video. Papa is losing his sanity fast.
This one looks fun. This one looks interesting.
My man's about to have a heart attack. Should have kept his weenus to himself.
When I was in my last year of high school.
Last year of high school, that would suggest you were about, what, 16, 17, 18, that sort of range. Either way, it's illegal.
My parents took me with them on a business trip to New York City.
Oh, yeah.
We had to stay there for a whole week.
You meant business.
But I was left alone most of the time because they had business meetings to attend.
Get those stinky feet away.
Thought showing off her feet. No wonder she got preggers.
As I was sitting there, I glanced over the window and saw a club down across the street.
Oh, yeah. That looks like
I
a
was
legitimate
18,
adult
almost
nightclub.
19.
Wait, what?
And I do have the look of a 21-year-old.
Wish I didn't pause it there.
I was 18.
Right.
Almost 19.
Okay, we're all good then. We're all good. She got kept back in class. She's all good.
And I do have the look of a 21-year-old.
If you say so.
I have a nice curvy body.
Ooh, why? Why would you say that? I am thick. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going out to the nightclub because I got back. I'm curvaceous.
And with showing some courage, no one will suspect that I'm under the legal drinking age.
If you made that face, they would probably just throw you in jail. They would suspect you were on ketamine.
I put on a short, mini black dress that showed my curves.
This girl's full of herself. Do you know who's thick, curvaceous, with beautiful curves?
Shrek.
That's my ideal man.
With red lipstick, and headed down for the club.
Oh, yeah.
I danced with random strangers.
The side bob. The side bob.
Let me get this story straight, though. This girl's gone out to a strange nightclub and she's gone home with a man on the first night. Couldn't be me.
Then I decided to sit at the bar to rest for a moment and take something to drink.
Urine?
There, I saw him sitting there,
Oh,
all alone
yes.
by himself.
Yep, not creepy.
A gorgeous blonde guy with a masculine body. He caught me staring at him, smiled gently, and came toward me.
Okay.
He sat on the chair next to me and said, "Hey, gorgeous. I assume a girl with rare beauty like yours is from out of town." Then he winked at me and ordered us some drinks. He introduced himself and told me his name was Eric.
Okay.
We sat there for 2 hours chatting.
Wow, in a
He
nightclub?
told me that he works as a chef at some fancy Italian restaurant.
I'm making the pizza.
Some of you may never have been to a nightclub, but the music is loud, and any conversation is just not gonna happen. He's gonna be like,
How are you? Damn, you are stacked. I like the look of your body. It is curvaceous. Can we please go back to my hotel room where I can show you my peep? What? I can't hear you. Was that a yes? Peep? What is C?
He introduced himself and told me his name was Eric. We sat there for 2 hours chatting. He told me that he works as a chef at some fancy Italian restaurant and that he may go to Paris to work there for 2 months.
oh, wow.
He was just so charming. And the
Dreamy.
whole conversation, I couldn't get my eyes off his masculine arms.
You just kept
We
flexing the
danced
whole
together
time.
and had a lot of fun.
Oh, that's quite nice.
After that, he asked me if I wanted to go with him to his place.
Of course he did.
Well, I couldn't resist, and I went with him.
Oh, yes.
But I told him that I have to be back in the hotel room
Parent
before my
alarm!
parents get there. We went to his place and immediately started kissing.
Oh, yes.
He was so attractive and hot. It was the best kiss ever.
I don't need to hear
Things
this.
escalated quickly.
Of course they did. Of course they did. I don't need to hear this part. by the way. I don't need to hear about your sordid... If I wanted to do that, I would be on another website altogether. I'm not telling you what website I would be on, but I wouldn't be here, okay? Time to get nasty.
Ended up in bed.
Oh, of course you did.
Well, I can't say what happened exactly, but it was so hot. After that, we exchanged numbers and kept in touch for 3 days.
Time to dox her.
I enjoyed spending time with him.
Aww.
Those were the most amazing 3 days of my life.
Do you know what? That's quite nice that they spent time together.
But it finally came to an end.
Is that your dad? Is that your dad? I love him. I absolutely love him. And your mom is tidy, yes.
My parents said that it's time to go back to our town as they're done with their business there.
Oh no, she's
It was hard to say goodbye to Eric. We did it over the phone since my parents were in a hurry. He assured me that we'll keep in touch and we'll meet again. When we arrived home, the first thing that I did was to call Eric. I wanted to update him and to check if he's okay.
Oh, he's totally
to my
ghosting
surprise,
you.
all I got was that the number that I was calling isn't available.
Uh-oh, my man is living like a snake life. He's like a secret agent. He's got a burner phone. He's got a fake story about him making the pizzas. And he really is living in her town. As a teacher. The title kind of gave it away. Oh, I feel bad for her. Although she looks rich. She's got like a fireplace and everything.
I tried texting him, but nothing worked.
He's ghosting you.
I waited nervously for the next
Totally
day and
ghosting
tried
you.
calling him again, but I got the same answer as before. That jerk.
Oh no!
Clearly, he didn't give me his actual number. Was he playing with me?
Uh-oh.
Why would he do so?
Uh-oh, he's the devil. Oh, hello, you've moved on fast.
I told my friend Jessie everything.
Okay, and Jessie's just going to devour her brain.
And she said that I was dumb enough to trust a random guy and to hope he will contact me ever again.
Wait, what? So she just decided to break your phone? This is not a friend. This is a devil.
That jerk, Eric, he fooled around with me.
That jerk, Elwick, he fooled the wow. He touched my special place.
And then he gave me a fake number. What a terrible man I only knew for like 5 minutes.
So far, this story could actually be true, though.
He touched my special place.
Oh, what's wrong with me? In the previous video, ladies and gentlemen, I asked you to caption this picture, and I actually enjoyed what you left for once, especially this one. This one's bordering on weird, and this one's definitely weird. Please think about your internet privileges and having them removed. If you want to be featured in the next video, caption this image on the screen right now, and the best ones will be in the video. Make me laugh. My special place was touched, and then they ghosted me.
Apparently to him, I was that out-of-town chick who he can kill some time with.
Oh no.
A week passed by, and I got over that douche Eric. And I came back to my routine life at school.
Yep, new teacher is gonna be in this classroom, and you're gonna be like, oh no.
It was time for history class. I heard some of my classmates whispering that there is a new young teacher since the last one got sick and took a long vacation.
My man is not sick. He's just vibing on the beach. He's got his belly out. He's got his feet out. He is tanning. My man is living the life.
Some of the girls whispered that he's young and hot.
He's young.
Well, everybody was excited to see him. When the bell rang, everyone took their seats and were waiting for a new teacher to show up. When he opened the door, I couldn't believe my eyes.
I wonder what happened. I wonder what happened. Is it going to be a Tim Allen moment?
My jaw literally dropped.
Look who it is. He making the pizzas.
Pizza time.
It was him, Eric. What on earth is going on? Someone pinch me, please. When he made eye contact with me, his face went white.
I was already
It was
white.
as if he saw a ghost of his dead-ass grandma.
A ghost of his dead-ass grandma. Why would you put it like that? Oh, my grandma, she's... His dead-ass grandma. No, you can't put it like that. Oh, you're nasty.
Everyone in the class was confused. They didn't understand what was happening.
Did you
Then
run up and
quickly
punch
Eric
him?
said, "Hey class, I'm your new history teacher, John Samuel.
Hey kids, play your cards right and I'll give you some extra lessons.
Call me Mr. Samuel." What? John who?
John Samuel.
Did he lie to me about everything?
Yep.
He's a high school teacher and his name is John?
Yep.
You're kidding me. Those 45 minutes in class felt like a decade. I couldn't stop staring at him with a furious look.
I love this story.
I wanted to punch him right in the face.
Thwacking.
After the class was finished, I
Why are you
followed him
walking
to
like
his
that?
office.
You got polio.
I wanted to confront that so bad.
What?
So, Eric, or should I call you Liar John? I said. You lied to—
Wait a minute. You had the whole lesson. You had the whole lesson to prepare. You guys have probably done this. You're thinking about how you're going to have an argument with someone. You're going to properly go in. You're going to tear them a new one. You're going to make sure their dead ass grandma hears about this story from wherever she may be. You had all that time to prepare your argument, and you just called him Liar John. Huh?
So, Eric, or should I call you Liar John? I said. You lied to my face just to use me.
Yeah.
He quickly answered, you lied about your age too.
No, she didn't.
I thought you were 21.
Oh.
But you're only 18.
Oh, I'm forgetting in America. I'm thinking it's Britain over here. We can go to clubs at 18 and legally do what we do. But you gotta be 21 in America. Oh, man. Oh, Yoda is judging. He is looking off. He's like, I can't be seen watching this conversation. Tears!
You can fool people with those curves.
Wait, you still can't say that. You're a teacher. You can't say that, dog.
He then begged me to keep everything secret,
Get up!
since a student-teacher relationship is illegal. And he moved temporarily to our town because he needed a job badly since he was fired. You have to keep this a secret, you hear me?
Why was he fired before? For diddling his students?
Mr. Samuel said. I replied, oh, as long as you do what I want, then I'll keep my mouth shut.
Oh, nice.
We had an agreement.
Oh, nice.
Mr. Samuel will let me pass in his class with good grades, and there's no need for me to even take the test or do any homework.
Girl. You should probably not to do that. Thank you very much. Put that down. Nasty girl.
For a couple of days, I enjoyed bossing him around. I just liked having some authority over someone. It felt like having an
What is this scene?
obedient pet. Well, everything went as planned until I discovered I was pregnant. At first,
Ruh-roh.
I didn't know if to keep the baby or not. I was about 18 and ready to graduate.
About 18? I thought you were probably 15 or something at this point. You're not even sure your own age.
At first, I didn't know if to keep the baby or not. I was about 18 and ready to graduate. But, well, I have a handsome baby daddy, and this way I can have full control over Mr. Samuel. Besides, this is the best way to get revenge on him since he lied to me before.
Oh, you a devil!
I decided to confront him right before our history class.
That's not a reason to keep the baby. The reason to keep the baby is because you want to keep the baby. Not anything else. You're just tacking on excuses here to be a baddie.
I can enjoy teasing him in class.
You're just teasing him in class, just like, wah! Wah!
So I went to his office and told him that he has to sit down since I have a big confession.
Sit down, boy.
I stood there looking down at him and said, so Eric, my bad, I mean Mr. Samuel.
Oh, I thought you were going to call him Daddy there. I want you to please call him Daddy.
Congrats! You're gonna be a father soon. Isn't that exciting?
He got white.
Mr. Samuel's face turned pale as if he saw a ghost. He froze in his chair for a moment.
I love the
I
animation
thought
in
that
this
his
one.
heart had stopped for a second.
Oh, I love the animation.
Then he suddenly stood up with the most furious look. Are you insane?
Stop that
you
hand
have
movement.
to get rid of the baby. I can't afford to lose my job here. They will kick me.
Shh.
I said, that's what you get when you fool around like a jerk. He started screaming and telling me not to ruin his life.
Yeah, she's so sassy.
But I really didn't care.
I'm kind of vibing on that. I'm kind of enjoying her sass. It is really good. Terrible situation. Probably not a real story anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I'm loving the sass.
I told him that I'll keep it a secret between us if he agrees to pay me child support each month.
Smart.
Well, he didn't have a choice.
Okay.
That's why he easily agreed.
Oh, dear.
In class, Mr. Samuel acted weird. It was as
He started talking about the flat earth. The earth is flat, ladies and gentlemen. I know this.
Mr. Samuel acted weird. It was as if he came back from the dead. He was barely focusing and paying attention to what he was saying. I quite enjoyed the show. After a couple of months, I gave
The baby looks exactly like him. Like, he can't even hide it, apart from, it could be Tintin's baby, I suppose.
birth to a beautiful baby boy. And I kept my promise to Mr. Samuel. He kept paying me child support each month, and to be quite honest, I didn't need that much since my parents are rich, and they agreed to take care of
I
the
knew
baby.
she was rich.
They loved having a grandchild around.
Aw.
Everything went back to normal.
That's quite good,
I go
actually.
to school, my parents take care of the baby, and I keep Mr. Samuel's secret safe. Until one day, I was walking in the school's corridors, and I heard someone talking to Mr. Samuel.
My girl's about to go crazy Yandere style, 100%. She's going to listen to the conversation over here. She's going to hear that Tintin is having a relationship and having a baby with somebody else. Watch it.
Saying that his fiancée came to visit. What? Fiance?
Yeah.
Since when he has a fiance?
Since when he has a fiance? Her English has gone out the window. She's that mad.
I got really mad and wanted to punch that.
Why would you want to punch a dolphin? What's wrong with you? Nature's givers.
I got really mad and wanted to punch that. As I was walking by his office, I saw a girl with black hair standing there wearing a tight black dress.
Oh, yeah.
I took a quick glance at her. Is that his fiance?
You're a
Were
robot.
they engaged when I was in New York?
Uh-oh.
What a... That day, I went over to his place and he was alone and shocked to see me. What are you doing here?
How did you find his
What
house?
if someone sees you, he said. I quickly replied, you're engaged. Why didn't you tell me about it?
Yeah, why didn't you?
Mr. Samuel panicked.
I can't have a relationship with a random person in New York if they know I'm engaged. Come on, don't you know cheating 101? Are you a kid? Yes. Yes, she is.
Didn't know that I knew his little secret.
Oh, wow.
Then I pressured him to tell me everything, or I'll tell the school that he got me pregnant while I'm still a student. He told me that they've been engaged for a year, and she works as a math teacher at his old school, and that he wanted to break up with her, but didn't know how.
Easily ways to break up. Buddy, you cheated on her. Just tell her that you put your Dougal in somebody else's smoogle and you'll be fine.
He said that she stalked him everywhere.
Hold on a second. He's having a dump and she's watching.
And she was a crazy person.
Oh, wow. She's
I was
Yandere.
shocked by how weak he is. The next day, she came to school to visit him. I made sure to follow her when she leaves so I can see where
Look at this spy stuff going
she
on.
lives. I came back at night and snuck there and took my red spray paint with me.
Okay.
And I wrote all over her front door. The next day, I saw her on the school's hallway, rushing to Mr. Samuel's office.
I just can't with this animation.
I said, some woke up upset today, with an evil smile. She stopped to look at me and said, it was you.
It was you.
Dirty little brat. Who are you, anyway? To which I replied, leave him alone, you old hag. He's all mine.
Whoa.
Oh, do you know that we have a baby together?
Whoa, why would you do that? This guy literally was doing everything he could. Unless she's just trying to steal the man. I don't even know what is her game. She's just told, lit a fire
I
here.
could clearly see the anger on her face.
Yeah.
She wanted to snatch me by my hair, but she took a deep breath and went into the office and slammed the door behind.
Uh-oh.
Well, I thought that she would break up with him, but I was wrong.
Uh-oh.
When school finished, I went to the parking lot to go home. I took Mom's car since she wasn't using it, but I saw that all the tires were flat.
What did
Someone
you
destroyed all of them.
What did you expect?
I looked around, and I saw that was standing there with a pair of scissors in her hand laughing. She's a psycho.
Yeah, like you.
I had to get rid of her before she gets rid of me.
Get rid for dummies.
The next day, when I was passing by Mr. Samuel's office, I saw her sitting on his lap and saying, how's my sweet bunny? And when she noticed me, she pressed her on his face.
What?
She looked at me with that
My boy. My boy, look at him snuggling.
evil smirk. I'll make sure to teach her a lesson.
Oh, go on then.
After school, I took my baby and went to Mr. Samuel's apartment. When he opened the door, he was shocked to see me, as he warned me before to never show up at his place.
Uh-oh.
But I didn't care. To not my surprise, was there.
There's
She
traffic.
looked furious and said, little Missy couldn't keep her thighs covered, so now she has a baby?
Oh!
I angrily said, at least I'm not dumb to let my fiancé fool around. Then all of a sudden she attacked me and pulled me by my hair. I attacked her back.
So she's cannibal now, right?
Mr. Samuel stood there holding the baby, not knowing what to do.
The
After a couple of
two of them
minutes,
were
the
just
police
looking at
showed
each
at the
other.
door, said that they had got some noise complaints from the neighbors. They gave us a
Well, hold on a second. Warning. Just shut up. Quality cop work, guys. You've earned your donuts.
warning. But that screamed and said it's all my fault and jumped to attack me.
Wait, what?
Luckily, the police caught her and took her with them.
Nice.
I stood next to Mr. Samuel holding my baby. I didn't see her nor heard about her for a couple days. Everything came back to normal, or so I thought. As we sat in class, our math teacher said that he will be going for a month, and there is a new young teacher to replace him for.
No.
As the new teacher entered the class, my jaw literally dropped.
Again.
It's that She said, hi everyone, I'm Clara, and I'll be your new math teacher for this month.
Uh-oh.
Then she looked at me with an evil grin on her face. From there on, the math teacher became a nightmare to me. Clara will always choose the hardest math problem and force me to solve them in front of the whole class so she can make fun of me. Sometimes she'll say things like, oh, I guess that those math questions are just too much for your peanut-sized brain, and the whole class will laugh. I decided that I had had enough, and I had to do something about it.
Okay.
So when it was time for math class, I hid my phone in my pencil case and pushed the recording button.
That's clever, actually.
Clara again
That's
picked
actually
on me in front of
really
the
clever.
whole class, and luckily, I got it on video. After the class was over, I went straight to the principal's office and showed him the video and told him everything.
He's in shock.
Clara was immediately fired,
Get out
and
of
the
here.
whole town knew that she bullied students at school. That's why she was left with no choice but to leave town. As for Mr. Samuel, I dumped him. He wasn't worth it after all. If he didn't know how to protect me, then I don't need him.
Good.
As for now, I graduated high school and I go to college. My parents take really good care of my baby when I'm away.
Yep, really, really good care of your baby. I'm pretty sure babies are not allowed in hot tubs. You're gonna cook the baby!
And they support me to continue my education. I guess sometimes you have to see people's true colors to grow up and move forward. That's it for my story today.
And that's it for the internet for me today. I don't even know what to say about that story. That was wild. Kind of a happy ending. For her, at least. Which makes me believe that it was a lie. Let's see what the comment section says. Oh yeah, I totally missed that. Clearly, he didn't give me his actual number. Me. But if he didn't give you his actual number, then how did you call him to say goodbye? Comment section pretty much blames this girl for being a terrible homewrecker, and she's just an awful, awful blackmailing person.
Well done for your horrible life.
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was another True Stories reaction video. Remember to go and check out My Story Animated. They are fantastic. I actually really enjoyed the animation in that first story. It was funny, and these stories are entertaining. So make sure you go and check them out and drop a like and a subscribe as well. Smash like if you want more reactions. And either way, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I've been Razzbowski. You've been the beautiful Raspberries, as always, for watching, and I love each and every single one of you. Goodbye.
I got really mad and wanted to punch that.
Why would you want to punch a dolphin? What's wrong with you?